Back. Last time we played WWF Smackdown, so we're working our way through playing all the Smackdown games. That series, if you don't know, is what turns into Smackdown versus Raw, and then that also eventually turns into the 2K series that we know today. So it's all kind of tied into the same line of games. So wanted to play through all the main content, get unlockables, stuff like that. Don't have a strong goal on what we're gonna do in each one, but I do know this one, Know Your Role, which is SmackDown 2. Um, I know this one has some retro achievements in it, so I don't know if you're achievement hunters. Retro achievements is awesome. Lets you get some points and just track completion for older games. So I might be doing some of those. I don't know how far I'm going to go with the achievements before we move on to the next game. This one has a lot more to it than the last one. Um, but at the same time, this era, there's not really a strong goal. It's just kind of a season mode, which is pretty much, it's very much like if you were to play Superstar mode in the modern 2K series. So, um, so yeah, we're gonna dive into a season. We're playing on normal to start, um, and I have a temporary one that I had started just to play around. So I'm gonna start a brand new one. I've already created our character. Um, you watched the last round with the first SmackDown game. I use this character, Lizzie Mercer. She's basically like a female version of The Undertaker, more or less. So she's usually what I like to create for these games, so I'm going to keep playing as her. So I can enter her as a created star, I believe, and then I just call it OK. And then that'll be me. And, oh, yeah, I just entered her as an option. I totally gave her all caps for her name because most of the games it's all caps, but this one it's not, and it doesn't let you change it, and I don't feel like changing it. So, yeah. Anyway, so let's check the status to begin with. Don't really know that much about this. Oh, she's gonna be under graded stars, I think, so. There she is. And her status is that I play her. That's fun. I think rankings is maybe what we need to look at. We're going to start out, like currently we're in other, which means we're not going for any titles. Um, so if we check out the rankings here, we have each title, and currently we're just in others. So I think we need to move us. Oh, cool! This one has tag team. Um, I think we can. If I select her, we can pick one. I don't really want to do women's. It's too easy. Um, believe, yeah, they have China as intercontinental as well. So I'm gonna kind of just like work my way over. We'll see. I'll start with women's just because it is one of them. It'd be fun to like have her win all the championships eventually. So yeah, let's just throw her in there and see what happens. At least we might be able to get some matches earlier. Last time that I tried to play, just as the sample, I was playing as China, and it took like 3 weeks of simulating before I got a single match. So, okay. Let's go ahead and start the week. This one's kind of a slow burn when you're simulating. We'll see, like, there's a lot more loading screens and stuff than the last one, so. I haven't really played that much yet. I've done, I think, 2 matches so far, so. Cool, we get the first match. I love the placeholder image, even though we're set as a woman. The placeholder image there is looks like it's like Chris Benoit's shadow or something.
Are you scared?
He's here.
You can't see the entrances, but while you're trying to pick one, so I didn't know if like the Undertaker. There's like a bunch of motorcycle entrances too, so I didn't know if the Undertaker is just one of those, and the one named the Undertaker would be Undertaker Classic. But I guess she's evolving into the American Badass too, so. And just to get that out there, yeah, these games are pretty bad, and they'll get pretty bad. They'll get worse, I think, as we get closer to SmackDown versus Raw era. But I don't think it was until the 2K series that um, they started treating the women fairly in these games. So I apologize, as that doesn't, of course, that's not really my choice. It's just kind of how wrestling was at that time. Which I kind of grew up with it that way, but as I've gotten older, I'm not a fan of rewatching that stuff as much. I kind of prefer, I like where it's going now as well, but I don't like to watch the women's matches that much in that older era because they were kind of just made to not be as fun. Ooh, it's my first time using this character, so we'll see if we can figure it out. There's a lot of purple, but this is also the first one where Create a Superstar was like um, more realistic. Like like you're able to pick all sorts of stuff. It's not just locked down. The previous ones you just had kind of templates, and there were only a handful that were custom, and or all the others were just other superstars. So you could like mix and match parts. But this one has a full um, advanced mode, so it's pretty cool. Oh no, get my butt handed me. She's totally way taller than I wanted her to be too. There was no scale. So it was just like a number 0 to 1,000 or something like that. So I didn't know what the number was a measurement for, and they didn't provide any images. So oh well. There's the things we have to deal with the older titles. I like the combat in this one better too. Like feels it just feels better, especially like them laying on the mat and stuff. The last one, I like could never get them to even lay still for a second or get groggy enough to do my finisher, things like that. It was tough. DDT, can we do it? Dominator. That was quick.
Are you scared?
He's here.
This one's super slow. There's loading screens all over the place, and they have this animation for skipping, so it's a slow burn. Lots of menus. Is that Chris Jericho, I think? Maybe? Chris Jericho or Edge? Just a blonde guy. Blonde guy with long hair, that's all I know. Al Snow versus Mark Henry. The Hardys versus Christian and Edge. Lots of classics those people had. Hardcore Holly clapping back about losing. I don't know who he lost to, but it's so cool to see the comparison, especially with this, like how similar this is to Universe Mode today, where it's just kind of storylines just get randomly generated as you go. It's pretty cool. Grandmaster Sexay, Chris Jericho, Kurt Angle, Scotty 2 Hottie. Chris Jericho wins that one. Bubba Ray versus Dudley. Triple H versus The Undertaker, one-on-one for the main event. Smackdown. Gangrel versus Bull Buchanan. Chris Jericho is here. Jacqueline versus Ivory. And Kane went into that one taunting Jericho, and then Jericho won. Undertaker is a special referee for X-Pac and Jeff Hardy. I'm very curious as to what storyline happened to get that. It'd be fun. So we didn't have a match that week. You'll notice that it's kind of slow going. It's every week, so we're on April 3rd now. Well, the last one skipped large chunks, so it went a little faster. Raw is War. Well, I didn't see us this time. Yeah, and it's kind of a slow burn with just how much it has to load everything. Jericho and Kane must be in a heavy feud at the moment. I guess Chris Jericho's trash talking got him in trouble. Ooh, there we are. Like how our name is just a giant scream. I guess we're picking a fight with Big Boss Man. We survived the backstage attack. I think that's what matters with that. Oh, cool. We're the number one contender, it looks like. Granted, our competition is pretty slim. There's belt records. I wanted to see what else we have going on here. Ooh, we have a match tonight. Yay!
If you smell what the rock is cooking.
Looks like the Rock wants some attention. Triple H is going to cut him off.
you scared?
He's here.
It's my life in a box in front of me. Take it off in my arms, it's the soul of me. You walk by as you see me lay face down. Your head by the thorn in your heart.
Ooh, WWF Smackdown. Gonna interrupt the taunt. KO! KO!
Are you scared?
He's here.
It's my life in a box in front.
Oh, hell yeah.
cooking. The Rock says, the Rock says.
The People's Cafe.
And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.
Oh, that's so cool. Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Let's check rankings. We were number one contender. Hopefully we get a title shot soon. Backlash time! Sweet. We have a cage match tonight.
If you smell what the Rock is cooking. The Rock says, the Rock says.
Lita was the bomb. This game was like prime Lita era as well, so it's pretty cool. First cage match in SmackDown 2, though. See how it goes. We might lose.
Are you scared?
He's here.
It's my life in the box in front of me. Taking talk in my arms is the soul of me. You walk by, as you see me laying face down. Your head by the thorn in your heart.
Boom, DDT! DDT from Mercer. Lita going classic Lita off the ropes. Suplex from Mercer. DDT. Mercer going for the climb. Try to get her. This is the make it or break it moment here. We've got championship on the line. Climb, climb, climb. Boom! And we won!
He's here.
It's my life in the box in front of me. Taking talk
And new!
Oh my gosh, so close!
Can't tell if we froze or not. Alrighty, sorry about that. I had to reset the recording because I think the game froze, so we might have to redo that. We might have to restart some. I don't know where it saved last.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is proof anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation.
Yep, it set us back a little bit, unfortunately.
If you smell